What's up? What's up? Welcome to Chopping It Up with Peach and Take. What's up, Take? How you doing?
You're
So, we got to start off talking about, your favorite player on Florida State, DeAndre Francois, was named the starter a couple days ago. What was your first reaction, and have you had time to cool off a little bit? How do you think about it now?
I mean, the fact that everybody told me that it was gonna be him before it was him made it not as bad as we all thought it was Blackman's job. Then it would have been bad, but I don't know how I feel about this nigga, man. Do I tell you how the Virginia Tech game goes now, or do I save it to when we do the predictions?
Save it. Let's keep talking about Francois. Do you think he's gonna keep the job throughout the season, or do you think he'll lose it?
I can't say lose it. I'll say
Blackman.
Slim will get his chance. I won't say lose it. Never under Jimbo would he ever play another quarterback if he was struggling, other than the Golson McGuire time.
Yeah.
So we've never seen that. But with the schedule being as brutal as it is, and Dre being as trash as he is, he's gonna get pulled one game. So Slim will get his chance. It's just what he does with it. Because people forget the last two games you've seen this nigga, he's went 9 for 27, for 222 I think it was, and I'm pretty sure 91 of that was to Nooney on one pass.
Right.
So you go to 8 of 26, and this nigga's supposed to be okay. That was just the Orange Bowl. That was just that was redshirt freshman year. So then we go into year 3, where he's supposed to be the best player on the team, literally the best player on the team, and a coach told us that the nigga will remind you of somebody else that played here. I got Pete. Does he remind you anything of 5 at all?
Francois?
Yeah.
No.
At all.
Of Jameis Winston.
Does he remind you of does he resemble anything close to that?
I would say James Blackman, both in personality and playing style, resembles Jameis more than DeAndre Francois. I don't think either of them are Jameis, but on the same token, I kind of prefer Francois. I prefer Francois on this offense. I think he's a better fit.
See, I hear that people say they prefer Dre more because of what they seen Tag do with Flowers. But if you watch the other offenses, he doesn't really run the quarterback that much. So Flowers was just so fucking good that he let him, that he had to.
I like Francois' release better than Blackman's, and I think it's going to be a lot more RPOs and quick passes. I think
definitely faster. It's just his short game is worse than his short game is really bad.
Yeah. Overall, I'm not married to Francois. I'm just very open. Now that, I did some deleting of tweets today. I had a lot of pro-Blackman tweets in February, and I kind of, cleaned house a little bit. And I was going to publicly support whoever I thought was going to win it. And in February, I thought, that's when all this shit with DeAndre was happening. And then in April, I thought Blackman was going to win the job. And then, so I got to keep my narrative, and I got to align myself with, the narrative that benefits Florida State the most, and that narrative is that Francois comes in and does well. I think that's the best case scenario for Florida State is Francois coming in and doing well. I think. I don't know. I'm not even sure if that's what happens. I don't know how I feel about it. But I like the approach that Taggart's taken. I think this was also probably the best case scenario for the locker room. I'm not saying that they dislike Bailey Hockman or James Blackman. In fact, I know for a fact a lot of guys are really, in the locker room really rally around James Blackman. I just think as a whole, this is probably, if the season goes as picture perfect as it can, whether that means 12-0, 10-2, 9-3, whatever, I think this is kind of the most likely avenue for doing that. if Jimbo was here, I would prefer James Blackman 10 times out of 10. I don't know. I like James Blackman and Jimbo's offense, but I prefer Willie Taggart. And, this is college football. This is not professional. As a prospect, I prefer James Blackman. So I mean, we'll see. It's nice to have two. Me personally, I like both the guys, and I really hope that Francois keeps a job, because if he loses the job early in the year, the schedule's back heavy, but the front half is not bad. So hopefully, he can solidify himself in the beginning of the season. But I mean, we'll see. That's enough about Francois. As far as Virginia Tech, why do you think we win? Not do you think we win, but why do you think we win? What are the X factors going to be? Is it going to be the run game? Is it going to be the passing game? Who's going to get off? Who's going to really have their night and their coming out party?
Well, I think the X factor for us, honestly, I know how crazy it's going to sound, but I think it's going to be the O-line.
Right.
From what I've heard, Frey has them looking better than they've ever looked.
Yeah.
And Coach O got him a lot of people have said it, and everybody has known, but we've been a soft team for probably about the last 3 years. If it wasn't for Dalvin Cook, you'd have seen how soft the whole team was.
Yeah, we would have been fighting for bowl eligibility every year.
Every year, just because he's really that good, he can carry a team. Now, I say that to say, Cam may not be that good to carry a team, but he's good enough to do it with LeBron. So I think that the O-line, along with LeBron and Cam, is the reason why we win. The D-line helps. The D-line is gonna dominate, I think.
Right.
We might see what might hurt us is not the front four, but the back end of the front seven, because we just know how thin we is at linebacker.
Right.
And it's just, I mean, we can't expect for the linebacker position to be elite. So I can see things going over the middle, the little underneath shit going on the middle.
The typical tight end shit getting off against Florida State. Yeah.
I can see them running a couple quarterback draws that actually work, just because that quarterback big.
Yeah.
So that I can see that. I honestly don't see Dre having a spectacular game. He might throw.
I do. That's secondary. This is a very depleted secondary, and just defense in general.
It's beat up, but I don't see him having a great game. A game to where he him going for like
what he did against
15,
Ole Miss per se.
Huh?
You don't think he's going to do what he did against Ole Miss?
I don't see that. I see a lot of little throws that DJ and Nooney and Terry take and make them into 20-yard games. I don't see the throws of I don't see put it like this. If Foster fuck around and pack the box and we can't run the ball, then I don't know.
Right.
Because I can't give Dre a game and say, go win it for us, because he's not that type of quarterback. That's why I feel like Slim, I think you could, that's why I wanted him. You give him that in year 2 in a simpler offense to where, bro, they don't pack the box. You got to make the throws to win the game. I would be so much more confident in that rather than having Dre make throws to win the game. Because if you think about it, what else can Foster do? He don't got no DBs. He got to stack the box.
Then he's leaving his DB susceptible. I'm not saying DeAndre Francois is the kind of guy that can do what Jameis Winston did in 2014, which was pretty much, he pulled a lot of shit out of his ass to win us some games that year. I don't think we're going to be put in that situation. I think DeAndre Francois can be a depleted secondary. Well coached, mind you, but depleted. Especially with the weapons he has. And I agree with you on the offensive line. I think the offensive line, I don't think it's going to have a nationally recognized coming out party. I don't think it's going to be oh shit. But I think, on Twitter, FSU fans, on the message boards, we're really going to get an erection over how the offensive line plays. I think the X factor, or the coming out party, I think on offense, it's just the entire offense as a whole. Um, and I think Brian Burns is going to have, remember those games DeMarcus Walker would have? One of them that comes to mind for me is Florida his senior year. I think Brian Burns even exceeds our expectations. And I saw a tweet on the timeline from Henry at Seminole for Life 22 today about, Brian Burns, after this game, people are going to be talking about him as a potential number one pick. I really do see that. I think Brian Burns.
He's already the next Von Miller. People don't understand that. He's a DN right now, but he can fuck around and play linebacker in the league.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing.
I think he has his national coming out party. I think he's the guy. Levante Taylor does well. I don't think it's so much, but at DN, it's so much. You have so much more opportunity to make an impact, So I think he does. I think he gets like 2 to 3 sacks, a bunch of hurt. I just think it's, there's something about him right now. I think he has a magical year, honestly. And I haven't really been. It's not that I haven't been high on him, but I feel like I've kind of been taking him for granted this entire offseason. And I did a lot of thinking about him today. I watched a lot of his tape. I kind of just I think the stars are aligned for him this year, and I really do think he gets upwards of 15, 16, 17 sacks. He wants 20. I don't know about that, but we'll see. He's got potentially 15 games to do it. I don't know if we'll play 15 this year. Hopefully we'll play 13. I'll settle for 13, but
I could see it's playing 13.
Yeah. So we'll definitely play 13 because we're gonna go make a bowl game. So. He may sit it out though, so we'll see. But so what's your score prediction?
I got 2 score predictions. We're gonna win. We're gonna win both.
2 different scenarios of how the game unravels. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
If we're able to run. And Foster packs the boss, but whatever, we still be able to run. I could see a smooth 42-17, 35-17, something like that.
Yeah.
If Dre got to throw the ball to win the game, 23-20.
Yeah, I was just about to say that's not my score prediction, but yeah, mine's kind of. I'm just gonna give you one because I don't think it's really gonna come to that. I think just as a whole, the team's gonna win this game. We're not going to need DeAndre to win it for us. I think it's going to be... I'm going to give officially 41-16. I think Virginia Tech... They're going to have so many possessions because I think we're just going to score. When we do score, it's going to be quick. I think we're going to have a lot of big explosive plays. A lot of bubble screen, big, runs. We have so many weapons on offense. And so I'm going to give 41-16. My official, and yours is 23-20 or 35-17. But going into the rest of the weekend, it's finally here. We got a pretty decent haul of games this year. So we're gonna do being this is our first episode, we're gonna keep score throughout the entire season, and do some pick'ems for each weekend going into the weekend, and then we're gonna compare records through the year. See who picks better. But so Auburn, Washington, I think that's the Chick-fil-A Bowl kickoff game. What do you got?
I don't know why I fuck with Washington head coach. What's his name? Pat Peterson?
Chris Peterson.
I fuck with him. He gets them ready for big games. I don't know how, but I'm going to go Bama. I'm going to go Washington.
All right. Me too. I'm going Washington in that one. All right. Oregon State at Ohio State with all the Urban Meyer things going on. Do you think the Beavers can pull it off?
Ohio State by 6.
Oh, okay. How did Oregon State do last year? Do you know? Off the top of your head, if you don't.
I'm pretty sure they went 4-8.
Okay. Yeah, I think that sounds right. I'm going Ohio State big. FAU at Oklahoma.
FAU at Oklahoma. Oklahoma by FAU. Oklahoma 21-14 at halftime. Oklahoma, like 56-21 at the end of the game.
Yeah, I agree. I got Oklahoma. I think FAU holds on, though. I mean, hangs around in the first half. All right, Texas and Maryland neutral site game in Washington, D.C. Who do you got?
Didn't Maryland just have some drama, too, on their
they had a they're a little too tough.
So my fault, PJ. Oregon State went 1-11 last
Oh,
year.
okay. So, Ohio State. All right, Texas and Maryland neutral site. It's in, Maryland's backyard, though.
Maryland. I don't trust anything Texas at all yet. They gotta show me. I don't trust anything Texas at all yet. They have had 41 5 and 4 stars over the last 2 years in their class. No, I think 3 years in their classes. Boston College has had 3 4 and 5 stars in their classes over the last 3 years and have the exact same record.
I did see that on the timeline a few days ago. So I'm going Texas. So we finally disagree. I'm going Texas. Ole Miss, Texas Tech. It's a neutral site. I think it's the Houston game. I don't know where it is, but it's a neutral site.
I want to say Texas Tech so bad. Fuck it, I'm gonna say Texas Tech.
All right, I'm going Ole Miss. Tennessee, West Virginia, and in my where I live, Charlotte, North Carolina. Who you got?
Tennessee because of one word.
Pruitt. Well, I'm going to go West Virginia in that one because of Greer. I think Greer is the best quarterback in college football.
If anybody can stop him, it's one guy on the other side.
I think there's a few other guys that can stop him. All right, Michigan and Notre Dame.
Who cares? Notre Dame.
That's how I feel. I got. I'll go ahead and take Michigan. All right, and Louisville and Bama neutral site. I think it's in Orlando.
Orlando.
Yeah.
Bama 55. Petrino's still gonna score some points. 55-28.
Petrino's confident. Petrino got on the stage and said they were gonna win. They're gonna win that game, but I'm still going Bama. All right.
Does he know Tua starting, or do you think Jalen starting?
I don't know. I think didn't they get named co-starters? So
man, if Tua plays, them niggas will score 60 points a game.
All right, we got Miami, LSU, and Dallas, Texas. Who you got?
Louisiana State.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on that one. And then
just because Malik Rozier is our quarterback.
Yeah.
Come on.
The biggest game of the weekend, big rivalry game, Charleston Southern at Florida. Who do you got?
Wait, hold on. Didn't they already lose to Charleston Southern in this same decade?
That was Georgia Southern.
My fault. A different FCS school. All right. I'll go with Florida by I go with Florida by 6 from like some fluke ass CJ Henderson interception return late for a touchdown or something like that. You know that nigga the ball be falling off his hand.
Charleston Southern runs a very similar scheme to what Georgia Southern run when they beat Florida, and it is in the swamp.
They don't pass the ball at all.
Not really. As far as I know, I don't know if they've had any like coaching turnover, but I remember when we played them, they were a triple option team. Because everybody on Twitter was up in arms about our defensive linemen's knees. But
oh yeah, I'm
gonna go Florida by a score of 4-3. I think they get 2 safeties, including a last-second safety punt block to win the game.
They know for scoring 2 points in the game. So not really that far-fetched.
4-3, 7 total points in that one.
Yeah.
All right. So we had disagreed on. I picked Texas over Maryland. You picked Maryland. I picked Ole Miss. You picked Texas Tech. I picked West Virginia. You picked Tennessee. Did you pick Michigan or Notre Dame?
I forgot. I'll say Notre Dame now. I'll switch up Notre Dame.
I'm going Michigan. All right. So we're going to take a little break. We got a special guest coming on. You guys are going to want to tune in, and we will be right back.
We're not going to blame anyone. We're not going to make any excuses. We're going to go out and we're going to do something. Do something.
This that tomahawk chop. Pray our rivals flop. I bet they feel the spear after the final clock. We on the war path at the battle end. Heading for that top spot when the rankings drop. Look around as you see him, a product of dope. Florida State, tagger era, you ready? Let's go. Chief Osceola coming through, riding renegade. Opponents running through that tunnel, be very afraid.
All right, welcome back to Chopping It Up with Taking Peas. We got a special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yo, this TaReef Knockout, checking in, chopping it up. What's good? What's good with y'all boys?
Chilling, man. Take, how was the bus ride or the train ride?
Yo, crazy like all the time. Hot as fuck out here.
So, TaReef, for those that don't know, just kind of give us a background about, your career, how you became a Florida State fan, and how you got into rap.
So, well, I've been an FSU fan since the birth. My pops played basketball at Florida State, 84 through 86.
Okay.
So, naturally, it was only right that I be a Seminole. I always walked around the crib with his practice jersey on and everything like that. That was my goals and aspirations at the time was to, grow up and, follow his footsteps, wearing that number 4. So, I mean, that's kind of how I grew up being a Noel fan, and just with football and everything too, bro. I've been on the grind with hip hop now, since 2010, like when I started like rhyming and putting out mixtapes and shit on like Dat Piff, and then I went to Full Sail in 2014, studied music business. So since then, it's just been a constant grind. So this year 4 really taking the music business serious. And, I'm starting to see the fruits of the labor, come into fruition, man. So it's all a blessing, bro.
Isn't your dad from North Carolina?
Yeah, Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
Okay.
Stand up.
Okay.
Yeah, he originally from Rocky Mount. He went to Northern Nash. My pops, his sophomore year in high school, they was comparing him to Phil Ford, and he went to it wasn't the ABCD camp then, but he went to like one of the top camps, and that's when he saw like all kind of crazy like top 10 players and everything like that. It like humbled him real fast. So he ended up at 84.
Where did you go to high school?
I went to Lincoln.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Trojan. Shout out my Lincoln Trojans. Anybody tapped in, listen. Yeah, I have the all-time career record for 3-pointers at Lincoln in a career and in the season. I was first team All Big Ben my junior and senior year. So I was out there getting buckets, dog.
You think it's safe to say?
You got hurt, right?
What's that?
I said, then you got hurt, right?
Yeah. I got hurt when I went to JUCO. I didn't qualify. I was going to be a preferred walk-on with Coach Ham, but I didn't qualify. So I ended up going the JUCO route, Palm Beach State, and then got hurt. And then I was, it was pretty much a wrap. Hurt my back, but, it's all good. The back is good now.
It's good enough for the microphone.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you good?
Yeah.
What about, now what's these lights out Hokies I keep hearing about?
Oh, yeah. Uniform talk, Lights Out Hokies came, basically back in like April or May. It might have been before that, like February. I got word, that the players wanted to wear all black. And so, I just kind of put it out there to FSU Twitter to let them know what was going on. And then, at first, a lot of people didn't believe me. And then, it just started picking up steam. So, last couple of months, I've just been pushing the hashtag Lights Out Hokies for us to wear the blackout. But as of, like, last week, I tweeted about that today. I've heard from two different stories from a source, that's saying that it was 100% a go, but it's kind of pressure from the admins, that want us to, go the traditional route because it's a national televised game, which I think is kind of whack, in my opinion. But if they want to wear all black, let them wear all black. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely got to wear all black. Seeing how you ain't worn it you've worn it once. and it's the only alternate. It's the only alternate that you have that is like not like a mismatch. Like obviously we got plenty of alternates, but we like Nike specifically made that, and niggas ain't worn it number once against the FCS.
Right. We only worn them versus Chattanooga, and I'm like, I ain't scared to wear any uniform. You know, we Florida State, bro, and like the team want to wear it. You know, it's been, players been on IG saying they was gonna wear them. So, FSU was supposed to announce like to the fans like what was going on, like that it was gonna be a blackout, and then they kind of pulled back on that a couple weeks ago. That's what I heard. So now I think we might hear something this week formally, but they didn't want to put it out too much because they was fearful that it was gonna be like all black shirts in the crowd. I'm like, if y'all announce it this week, people still gonna run up to today, Garnet and Gold or Lumbernight Hall or whatever, and still cop a black shirt on game day.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna black out regardless. If y'all announce it, y'all can announce it on Friday. Y'all can announce it Sunday. Everybody gonna wear black. Right. Who don't got black Florida State tee anyway?
Right. Or you can just run up. That's the easy fix, bro. So I don't know what's all the like speculation and hold up. If the council, because the council gonna decide. And I feel like whoever on the council, they gonna have that peer pressure to rock the all black as a rebirth, bro. We like to the phoenix and the ash sort of say, man. It's just to start the new era, start the new tradition, bro. But yeah, I still feel good about it, and I know people gonna come at me like if we don't. I'm like, I ain't on the council, because if I was on the council, then you already know what I'm gonna say. we wearing all black.
Not aware.
I think I'm not only the worst basketball player in this chat, but I'm probably the only one that wants us to wear garnet and gold Monday night.
You are, bro.
Oh yeah, I would say
You definitely are. Which I don't have no problem with. I just want us to win, but I feel we are going to win the game. But I just think it'll be even better in the all black.
That's the train I was talking about, y'all. There we go.
Say it again.
Is that the train take?
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah.
Bro, them trains keep coming there, bro. They don't wait up or nothing.
24/7, bro. On Christmas, you can catch one.
Dang. That's wild, baby.
Oh, I'm going to the hallway. I ain't got time for this.
So, TaReef, what do you think about Francois being named starter?
I think it was the right move, and kind of expected once he got everything under wraps, with Coach T and whatnot. But yeah, I think he fits perfectly for the system. With the Gulf Coast offense, what Tagg's trying to do. He's gonna run. He's gonna run when he needs to, and he's gonna make those quick reads. He's gonna catch guys off guard. But I said back in the summertime, that it was Blackman's job to lose, and that's not a knock on Blackman. He's just not ready yet. And, Bailey's there right now, just to to push Francois, and I still don't know who that number 2 guy is at this point. I guess we will find out sooner than later once we up here steaming cats,
Yeah.
The boat racing, sort of say, I think we're gonna blow out some teams too, bro.
We'll find out Monday night. We'll find out Monday night. I'm telling you.
Virginia Tech,
Yeah, what's your score prediction for that game, TaReef?
Ooh, I think we win. I think we win by like 21, bro.
2 numbers. Give me 2 numbers.
Yeah. It's something close to that. I'm thinking like 41-20.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. 38-21. I'll be fine with that. I think Virginia Tech gonna score.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gonna score, but I think we're gonna put some points up on the board, and I think Laybourne's gonna be the surprise of the game, even though we kind of expect everything else, but he's gonna flash, and And I'm looking forward to see what Nooney and DJ Matthews can do in that slot too.
Everybody looking forward to DJ.
Yeah, how his back? I know he was kind of out here and there, but I ain't really been hearing much.
It's getting back good. It's like a strain that you just got to give him time to.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not nothing he can't play with. Like if we played today, he would play, but
yeah,
we just trying to give him time.
Y'all saw Keyshawn help me catching them tennis balls in that one drill.
Yeah.
Hey.
Him and Trishawn?
Yeah.
Keyshawn's he was the best player in Pensacola last year. I try to tell people.
Bruh,
the best player in the city?
Yeah.
He's gonna be good. Who went and found him? Coach Kelly?
I don't know.
Well, he's Derek Brooks' nephew.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so he got that it factor in him.
Yeah, he would have been had an offer if we had a real coach that knew who his legacy was.
Yeah, that can be a problem.
Yeah,
if you don't know the who's and who's, that can be a problem, bro. I saw Warren Thompson and Jordan Young over the weekend. I was in the mall, and I didn't realize how tall them cats was. I knew
Warren about 6'5".
Yeah, he cleared 6'5", bro. Jordan Young like he about 6'3".
Them niggas is tall, bro.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, another thing I'm excited about too, man, is that like we actually get to see like freshmen, try to make an impact like right away.
Right.
We ain't gotta wait 3 years now for such and such get shuffled. Like if you can play, like Coach T gonna put you in there, bro. The best 11 gonna play.
Who's your impact freshman for the entire season?
On offense?
You can give me both.
Well, defense, that's easy. Jaden Woodby. Shout out, little bro.
Me and Take disagree on that one.
Woodby make an impact?
On defense. Oh, he's gonna make an impact.
Oh,
he'll make an impact. That's not a problem.
Who you said on defense?
Me and him both really like AJ Lighton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That could be later on. Woodby might be the first half, impact. And
right.
One of those guys like could be Asante or Lightning, one who come together.
When he makes the first play of the game, the FSU Twitter is gonna fucking explode. Woodby does anything, and
they will, bro. Like he gets stripped or light somebody up. Like Woodby,
he gets the most love out of any recruit on the team. Like any class of 2018 kids, he gets the most love out of everybody.
Yeah, he do, bro. And I think because just because his story was so unique,
right,
and random as hell, like how it came about. Like that's so random, bro. Like that Seminole, the Seminole guy. I can't remember his handle right now. But
West Coast News?
No, the guy, the Seminole fan who tweeted Whoopi, like that's.
That was Henry.
Nah, that wasn't Henry.
That tweeted Woodby?
Yeah, that tweeted Woodby about like being in Garnet and Gold.
It was some random dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then he said Florida State never offered me, and that's when Amari said it's coming.
Yeah, that somehow that came back up on the timeline yesterday. Oh yeah, because Whoopi tweeted it. He was like, "This was like the best decision I ever made in my life," or something like that. But yeah, I could see light making on offense, bro. I'll go with like Trayshawn. I guess that's a safe pick.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah, and y'all know I don't follow recruiting too much, bro. So I'm waiting to see what's going to happen. But I've been hearing good things about them. Like once they get here, I start to follow. So I might be a little late to speed with some of these new cats, but they seem all legit, man. Coach Taggart for what he did to come in, I don't think no other coach in the country could have put together a recruit class like he did in the amount of time that he had.
He went from 61st to 11.
Yeah, come on, like in 3 weeks, like shit. Come Yeah, come on. Who else? Who else gonna do that? And y'all giving this man a full cycle now? Come on. It's about to get real scary down here.
Shit.
There's gonna be a lot of retweets. Speaking of which, your favorite moment, from the summer on the timeline. We were talking earlier how I said it was the summer of TaReef. So what was your favorite moment from this summer?
The summer of TaReef. I appreciate it, man. It was so many moments, bro. Just from like Lethal Simplicity just dropping, FSU Twitter showing so much love, like to me. Then like seeing like the different beefs, the Smooches versus Silk beef, the Bobby Butnick story. Like it's crazy, bro. Like the J Rock and Silk, like that's just still wild, bro. Like things like that go down like over football.
Oh man,
but yeah.
40
Florida.
Like niggas with mortgages is really leaving the house they pay for to go fight another
Shit wild.
that you ain't never met, bro.
Shit wild, bro. And, well, I'm like, yeah, man. I mean, those some like the funny highlights, man. But just like the appreciation, people been showing me. I'm thankful for that. So shout out to FSU Twitter. Always holding it down. Showing love. Musically and just supporting the grind and seeing it happen, man. So I'm appreciative of that, bro.
All right, bro. We appreciate you coming on the first, real episode of Chopping It Up. Any last words? We definitely want to have you back, by the way.
Hey, no doubt, man. It's all love, man. I gave y'all that stamp a couple weeks ago, bro. I listened to the demo. I thought it was dope, man. What y'all doing? It's only gonna keep getting better. So I appreciate y'all having me, man. Yeah, go Noles, man. We got a big one Monday night. I got a show. If you're in Tallahassee, September 2nd at the Tallahassee Pavilion, I'm opening for Juice WRLD and Kevin Gates. Tickets still on sale, so that's gonna be another great opportunity. Monday night, my song "Lethal Simplicity" can be heard on national television on ESPN throughout the broadcast. Got some other things, I can't speak on right now, but it's all going up, man. So we're gonna keep working, man. Y'all keep putting in that work too, bro. Much love.
Do your thing, Wayne.
Alright, welcome back to Chopping It Up. I'm here with Noles 24/7's own Zach Blowstein. We're going to talk about recruiting. So Zach, who's going to be at Doak Campbell this weekend, officially or unofficially, for the Virginia Tech game?
All right, so breaking it down real quick, you have two official visitors coming in Kayvon Thibodeau, 5-star defensive end, and 4-star linebacker Derek Hall. Thibodeau is out of California. Hall is from Mississippi. Kayvon is coming on his third visit to Florida State. He visited for the spring game in Saturday Night Live. I think that FSU is in a good position right now, and I think this official visit will only help that. I think Kayvon, this is really key in getting him even more comfortable with Tallahassee and just the school in general, because making a trip like that, coming from thousands of miles away and then all the way down to a different kind of culture in the South, you could say.
Right.
Florida State is a big change, and that's going to take a lot of comfort with the coaching staff and, of course, the school as well. So that's a big one to watch. And then moving on to Derek Hall.
Before
right now,
before you talk about
Yeah,
Hall,
that's
let me ask you, if you're willing to put a number on it, what percentage do you think that Kayvon Thibodeau leaves Tallahassee committed to Florida State?
publicly or silently?
We'll go silently.
I'd say silently 10%. I don't think he's ready
Right.
to make a decision. I don't think that's like in his mind right now. Obviously,
He's not a prisoner of the moment type. He's really
he doesn't.
Go ahead.
He's not one of those like that gets all caught up in the excitement after a visit, the visit high they call it. I think that he's mature enough to weigh out his options all the way through till he feels like he's seen everything that he wants to see and he's ready to make a decision.
Right. So go ahead, Dante Hall.
Yeah, Derek Hall.
Excuse me.
It's all good. Out of Mississippi, he came in for Saturday Night Live. We talked to him after the visit. It was a good visit. I think if signing day was tomorrow, he'd be Auburn's. I think Auburn is in the lead right now. But, FSU is going to have to do a great deal of work on this official visit to gain traction on Auburn. I think they, Coach Woody, the linebacker coach at FSU, has a really good relationship with Derek and his mom. Derek's mom actually won't be coming on this visit, so that's kind of it's not something they can control because she was already planning to go on vacation. So Derek will be coming in with his grandparents, his aunt, and a friend. I think that they could make a move here, but if I had to, if I had a crystal ball, I would put it on Auburn because I just think that Derek is really sold on Auburn as of right now.
Cool. So I'm gonna throw out some names. We're gonna start doing this weekly. I'm gonna give you maybe not weekly, but I'm gonna give you 5 names. I want to hear liberally what percentage you think they end up at Florida State. And
Okay.
Not this week or this month. Just by when pen meets paper NSD the first Wednesday in February, or in early signing period. I'm gonna Kayvon Thibodeau. You got to put a number on it.
I'd say if I think he signs at Florida State, I'd say 75% chance.
Nakobe Dean.
I'm gonna go a little lower with that. I'm gonna go 50%.
Evan Neal.
15%.
Trey Sanders.
2%.
Okay. Tyler Davis.
80%.
Okay. So I didn't mention Nick Cross, and a lot of people have been, anticipating him to commit to Florida State, for it seems like a month and a half now. So do you have any insight on what's going on in that recruitment? There's been a lot of rumors of, I think he's going to Florida, but, Penn State has seemed to make a move. What are you hearing? Is there anything you could share with me about, the state of that recruitment right now?
Well, it's been long known that, Florida State has been a leader in his recruitment for a long period of time. At first, people just thought he was thinking it out a little bit more by himself. And then he was going to, finally announce his commitment towards the end of July. Obviously, that didn't happen. We're now almost at the end of August, and he's still uncommitted. I went to his game against St. Thomas last Saturday and talked to him a little bit after that game. They got blown out, so it wasn't, he wasn't really up to talk that much, but I got a little bit out of it. So basically what I know is that, Nick right now is leaning FSU, in my opinion. And I've heard this from many sources close to the program as well as sources close to Nick. There is some pushback by members of his family on the basis of, higher academic schools, such as, I guess Penn State has been one of those schools, as well as Notre Dame and Stanford were two other schools I've heard are somewhat in the mix, even though he hasn't taken visits there. But I still think in my gut that he lands at FSU. He told me, I think, was it yesterday or 2 days ago, that he's committing soon, and he's still in discussion with his family. So, obviously the longer this goes, the more worried FSU fans should be. But I don't see it going too much longer, because I feel like the family will come to a consensus and pick a school, and I think that school, as of right now, will be Florida State. But, that could change depending on how long this plays out.
So, gun to your head, who is the next recruit to commit to Florida State?
I think if Tyler Davis can get up to see Clemson and Florida State with his mom on that visit, and Florida State can come out of that Clemson visit, either because right now Tyler plans to make it up to Florida State for the weekend of the Samford game, which I believe is September 8th, if I'm not wrong. And the big thing is getting his mom on campus, which he has not previously done at Florida State. He has said in the past that he wants to get his mom to Florida State and Clemson, and then he will decide. So I think if Florida State can last out Clemson, if they host him, with his parents, then I think that Florida State will land him, and that'll be the next one. But, Nick Cross is kind of
a very fluid situation.
Yeah, so I'd say, actually, if I'm going to say next commit, I'm just going to put Nick Cross, because I think he commits in, at least 2 weeks. I just can't see him going longer than that. But,
I've been hearing that.
It surprises me sometimes.
Right.
But, I just think that Nick Cross and then Tyler Davis probably would be in the next two to commit.
It's probably about what I would say, too. So we appreciate you joining us. If you want to listen, or if you want to read more of what Zach Blostein has to say about, the latest recruiting tidbits, you can check him out on Twitter at zblostein247. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
zblostein247, or you can read all that he has to say on those247.com. Appreciate it, Zach. All right, man. Have a good one.
Baby, now I got the flow, 'cause I knew it from the start. Baby, when you broke my